Buying healthy groceries is just too expensive. Well, I can tell you, I would be a millionaire if I had a penny for every time I heard that since I started my Weight Watchers and weight loss journey more than 10 years ago. But I'm here today to share with you my best budgeting tips for shopping for weight loss at the grocery store, whether you're on the WW Personal Points Plan or on your own journey. My name is Kim, and here on this channel, I share how I try to live my best healthy life while maintaining my 100-pound weight loss. If you are new to the channel, welcome, hello, I'm crazy and I love coffee. And if you're into weight loss content like what I eat in a day, grocery hauls, meal planning, meal prepping, or just hanging out with a crazy redhead, be sure to click that red subscribe button and turn on your notifications. And why not just give this video a big thumbs up. So right here, I have my most recent Kroger receipt, and I will tell you that for a family of four, this receipt may shock you because it is not over $200. And I got most everything I needed to cook for the week and stay on track while following the WW Personal Points Plan. And I'm gonna tell you how I do this. And the first lesson, because it's my channel and it's me, goes back to my grandma. And my grandma would never let me shop for items that weren't on sale and if she didn't have a coupon. Now, I will also tell you that I'm not a crazy couponer. I don't go above and beyond to save on products because a lot of times I think couponing just encourages us to buy things that we don't need. But I do really pay attention to the sales. I go through my Kroger circular to see what is on special, what I might need, and then I build my meal plan around it. But trust me, I have so many more tips. Stick around. I do want to give you just a little bit of background on why I might be a good person to give you this advice. So over the course of my weight loss journey, I became a certified personal trainer and weight loss management specialist through the American Council of Exercise, otherwise known as ACE. And I spent more than 5 years working at the YMCA in a variety of capacities, and that included facilitating a very special program that was very near and dear to my heart, and that was a weight loss program that was a year long. And to qualify for the program, participants had to be eligible for scholarships. And what this meant is that the people in the program were part of an underserved community where they lived sometimes in food deserts, didn't have access to fresh ingredients, were on limited grocery budgets, and would not have otherwise been able to afford a YMCA membership or a program like WW. And so over the 4 years that I facilitated that program, I not only shared my knowledge and experiences losing weight and cooking on a budget, but learned more from them. So I definitely had to work with them on learning to open up their palates to try new foods, but also give them food and recipe suggestions that would fit in their budget and that they would have access to. Because let me tell you, in a lot of areas, it's not just about having whole foods, it's about having just a grocery store. And so that's why I'm really passionate about teaching people how to shop for foods that are gonna support their weight loss journey, even if they're on a budget. So the most important thing is if you're shopping on a budget is to know your budget. And so if that means taking cash to the grocery store, doing it, for me, the easiest way to stick to a budget is to use ClickList or grocery pickup, because as I add things to my cart, I can see where those numbers fall and if I need to take something out or I have room to add a few more things in. Now, where this can get kind of tricky with weight loss is I have found that I'm more likely to purchase ingredients for the rest of my family. Say Mark really loves bacon, and obviously everybody loves bacon, but I would maybe buy him bacon instead of something I needed for a healthy recipe. So you really have to find a good balance in getting the ingredients you need. So if you know that you want to make this soup recipe, this dinner recipe, put those ingredients in your grocery cart right away. Make those non-negotiable. And the other foods that are nice to have, but you don't have to have, make those the things you add to your grocery cart last. Another thing when you're shopping on a budget is to know what's in your pantry. I can't tell you how many times I have picked up more spaghetti or more spaghetti sauce only to find out I have 3 or 4 jars at home. Let me tell you, there are 5 frozen pizzas in my deep freeze right now because I keep buying 2 thinking I don't have any, and now I have too many. So make sure you know what you have before sticking in items to your grocery list or your grocery cart. And the next thing is to really lean in to what's in your pantry. So if it's a tight week or you have some other expenses coming up, you know, look what's in your pantry and see what you can make just based on what you can find, because you can really get creative and focus on really great flavors just if your spice cabinet is stocked up. Now, quick little aside on the spices. There are so many delicious recipes out on the interwebs, on YouTube, even hopefully here on this channel that require spices. But spices can be really expensive, especially if you're grocery shopping on a budget. And there are things that you might need for one recipe and never, ever, ever use again. And so why are you spending $5 to $10 on that if you're not going to use it but once? And so one of my tricks is to either shop at an ethnic grocery store or the health food shop where you can buy just a small amount. And by paying a fraction of the price or just paying for that fraction of a bottle, you're going to save a ton of money. One of the tenets of that cookbook is that you're choosing a protein, cooking it, and then using it in a variety of ways throughout the week. So maybe you're cooking 3 pounds of ground beef and you have tacos, and then, I don't know, you make meat sauce. I don't know. What else do you do with cooked ground beef? Anyway, that's another meal plan video. I don't know. But if you can, buy 3 pounds of ground beef, divide it up, and make it work for you. Or like pulled pork, you can cook in a bunch of different ways. Shredded chicken, you can do salads, burritos, grilled sandwiches. I mean, you can figure it out. You're smart people. I know you are. So that's what I do. And I also, when I can, buy my protein in bulk. And I know this is not something that's available to everyone depending on the budget, because I will share, there were times in our marriage where Mark and I were very much paycheck to paycheck, week to week, and there was absolutely no wiggle room in the budget. If I had said, Mark, I'm gonna go buy a bundle of meat from the butcher, he would have said, nuh-uh, how much does that cost? And so I remember that, and I feel fortunate that we can go to the grocery or the butcher and buy 10 pounds of ground beef at a time. Now, one of the tricky things is, you know, on WW, if you buy the 96.4, the super lean ground beef by Lars Lean Ground Beef, that's fewer in points. Well, that's also like $8 a pound, where I can go to the butcher and know I'm getting probably local ground beef that is high quality and is 90/10. But I'm paying maybe $50 for 10 pounds as opposed to $80. And so then I just portion it out into 1 pound little increments, freeze it, and I'm good to go. And what that does is then I know what I have, I can build my meals around that, but then I can really focus that weekly budget on the things that I need to, you know, make my meal planning successful. I think it's also important to only buy the foods that you are going to eat. Now, whether you have been inspired by watching YouTube videos to buy a certain meal or food, packaged item, or you go to the grocery and you're like, this is the week that I'm gonna eat salad. And then you realize that you don't like salad. And that's fine. Like, you do not have to eat salad to lose weight. And honestly, some salads are like way worse than a hamburger. But anyway, I'm not getting on my soapbox today. I'm not. So, only eat foods that you are going to eat. So if you are trying to convince yourself that you need to drink almond milk and you don't like almond milk, that's a waste of your grocery budget. If you find yourself throwing out fresh produce because you just can't get to it, don't buy it. So for me, frozen vegetables are the way to go. So that I would call like a convenience food. And I buy frozen veggies. I like canned veggies. And if I'm going to eat those, I'll pay that little bit more than fresh, even though some people might say fresh are healthier. I'm not getting into that. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm not a scientist. So, but anyway, so I also say if you are going to eat something and it's quote unquote convenience, then do it. So for example, I am terrible. I've said it before, I'll say it again, especially if you're new. I am terrible about cutting up melon. I will let a cantaloupe rot on my flipping counter every day. Look at it, I need to cut it. And then I never do. It doesn't matter if it was 99 cents because I just threw it out. Would you just take $1 and light it on fire? No, but I do every time I throw out that flipping cantaloupe. I do it. So if I'm gonna eat melon and I just pay for the pre-cut melon, that's worth it in the budget because I'm not throwing out my money. Now, here is a little bit better tip. Go meatless once a week if that is okay for you. So I could be vegetarian. I actually have been vegetarian just like in short doses for fun to see what it was like. And beans are cheaper than meat. Lentils, cheaper than meat. Tofu, cheaper than meat. And all of those things taste really, really good. And so I feel like meat, especially now, like it is so bad. Why did my deli turkey go from like $6.99 to $10.99? I don't know. Also, I have shared, I do buy my deli meat when I'm not being lazy at the butcher because it's like half the cost. So really look into your butchers. I'm just saying, shop local, shop small. Anyway. Go meatless once a week if you can. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Be sure to tell me if you'd be into that in the description box, in the comment box. You can't edit my descriptions. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't get caught up in all the food that you think you have to be on WW. Keep it simple. So fruits, veggies, proteins, starches, non-fat dairy. There's so many good snacks out there and they are delicious, but if you see someone's huge grocery haul and you think you have to go buy all the things, that's gonna blow your budget. Maybe try one new thing a week and see if you like it, if it's worthwhile. And sometimes those snackies are what feel like WW must-haves actually just add a lot of points to your day and really don't help keep you on track. So that would be another tip to keep your budget where it should be to eat healthy on the WW plan. So I think it's really important to just make yourself a priority, to put yourself first if this is what you want, because a healthy you is a healthy you for the entire family. So it's not selfish to try to allocate a portion of your budget toward healthy foods. And I really am passionate that you don't have to spend a ton of money for food to be affordable. So some ideas. I buy Kodiak protein pancake mix, which is terribly expensive. I mean, in the scheme of things, when you think about how much pancake mix costs versus that. But you could make a protein pancake with eggs and bananas, throw in just a little bit of flour and some baking powder, and you're good to go. Although I do recommend making that in a waffle maker, not actually making it a pancake, but anyway, you get what I'm saying. I also don't buy name brand foods unless they're on sale and I have a coupon. Thank you, Grandma. And I just try to not stress out. I would love to know how you save money at the grocery. So please leave your comments in the comment box down below. Again, my name is Kim, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and hit that red button. It's a way to support the channel. And until next time, do something you love.